Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and also click that notification bell so you can be informed of future videos as and when I upload them. And if you like the video, really would appreciate if you also click on that like button as well. It really does help YouTube to promote the channel. So shall I say welcome to Kathmandu as well, capital of Nepal, and as you can look and you can see all around, it's surrounded by mountains. Sorry about the jittery framework there. The area is really taxing my frame rates. So yeah, so you got all the mountains around in a bowl shaped area, and Kathmandu is actually home to about 1 million residents. They're all kind of like densely packed into this area, which is quite a large area actually. Alright, so what we're going to be doing today, actually should I say welcome to Bhutan Airlines. As you can see there from the intro, we are on the only carrier to Paro, which is the airport we're flying to, coined as the world's most dangerous approach. Wow, so I'm going to see how I'll get on with that. Okay, so you can see the aircraft is all powered up and we're ready basically to start inputting some figures into the MCDU. Okay, now first I want to show you this. So literally just been updated as I started the preparation for this video. So you've got I have to try and avoid doing a tutorial for the flypad. That's a separate video, but basically what I want to go straight to is the ability to link the flypad with Navigraph charts. Look at that, we've been waiting for this for ages and now we've finally got it. So that is really good. What an incredible advancement in the feature of the flypad. So to link it, all you have to do is put this code into the authorization page of Navigraph. So what I've done, I've actually just put the authorization page on as a quick reference, quick link tab here. So all I've got to do is just go straight there, and I'm already signed in, and just put the code in. So we're looking at Papa 2 Victor Whiskey. So it's Papa 2 Victor Whiskey, and is it 7 X-ray 9 Charlie, 7 X-ray 9 Charlie. Okay, click on approve, and there you are. You can see that now it's connected directly to my Navigraph account. Alright, so I can type out the ICAO code for Kathmandu, alright, which is Victor November Kilo Tango. Okay, and there you are. It's now going to bring up the SID rather for this airport that we're going to be using, and you can change it to daytime like that, and you can zoom out, and pretty much you'll get what we've got up here really. So this is no different. Where has it gone? There we go. So it's your choice really. Either you can use this one, or you can use one on the flypad. Obviously the one on the flypad is much more immersive as opposed to using Navigraph charts menu panel here. Okay. Right, so I'll keep that one to the side just in case. Alright, so yeah, so that's really cool. Really pleased about this update here, and you can move it about with your mouse there. So nice one. Okay, and that isn't the chart I want actually. So let's go back. Where's the one I want? That's the SID. Yeah, because that's a star. Okay, so we want the SID. Oh, that's interesting. Igris. That's the one I want. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Right, okay, so we'll look back at that in a minute. What I'm going to do now is just go straight to the MCDU and start to get that programmed. So just checking the data there. 14th of July, that is tomorrow actually. Yep, one more day left on the AIRAC there. And going straight to the MCDU actually, and then click on Atsu. Okay, ALC menu, and we're going to perform weight and balance there. So I'm going to get that straight from the load sheet here from SimBrief. All right, so just click on what we're looking at. All right, so planned ramp 4253, and the payload here is 0 fuel weight 55402. So let's see what this all does. So we'll click on that, and you can see there it's all loaded in. And to actually get that into the aircraft, so you can see here at the top we've got 9520. We don't want that, it's too much for this short flight. Look, we're going to click on refuel, and you can see that figure's changed now nicely back down to 4.2 tons. Okay, so moving over to page 2. Now it's the payload, and you can see the ground weight there is 54 kilos. Okay, so we want takeoff weight 59. All right, so we need to once again click on the payload. And there you can see it's changed to 59. Okay, so that's nice and easy. All right, and you got 0 fuel weight there's 55.4, and 0 fuel weight center of gravity is 30. Number of passengers 138. So not a full flight at this stage. So all right, now going back to the MCDU menu and Atsu. Okay, ALC menu. And we can get weather request. Right, but it's not filled in. You can actually put the airport in now if you want, but not going to do that just yet. ATIS, I'm not sure if ATIS is available here at the moment. So format for MCDU. Okay, I haven't seen that before, I'll be honest with you. It's interesting. Let's see if we got an ATIS here. Beta November Kilo Tango. Let's put that in. Send. We'll see if it gets me a proper ATIS. Looking for company message up here. Alright, so while that's doing that, we'll get on with our... Oh look, it's come up already, so let's go back down to ALC. It's quite a lot of menu buttons to press, isn't it? Received messages. Okay, ATIS. Just as I thought. ATIS not available. Okay, alright, well, there you go. Right, so let's go back to the init page and do an init request. Okay, and you can see that's come through. Now it's always good to check your flight number. Make sure that your flight number is the same flight number that's on your load sheet here, your flight plan from SimBrief. The reason being because you could have done several flights and you might be looking at the wrong flight for that particular day. It's always good to just confirm the flight number, which we've done. Okay, alternate is very close by, and cost index 13, and yeah, okay, so let's just clear that down and move on. So flight plan. Right, now departure, I'm expecting runway 20 using the Igris 1 Alpha departure. Okay, so now you see we can go to our fly pad right in the aircraft itself. No horrible menus. I really don't like this this up here. It's so unrealistic, it's unbelievable. I just don't like it. I really wish there was some other way around it really, but this is the business. This is how it should be. Alright, so we are looking at runway 20, so taking off this way, and that's Igris 1 Alpha, okay, right there. So, and then we're flying out to Kimtai, or Kimti, whatever. Alright, so, right. So, Igris 1 Alpha and Kimtai, and then we're going to go to insert, and, right, departure, sorry, not departure, arrival at Paro. Alright, we're going to be looking at the RNAV 33 Yankee. Okay, and we're looking at Subsu 1. Okay, and as for the VIA, how are we going to actually arrive there? So we go back here. Now, does this actually do all the flight plan? This is the thing, you see. So can I actually see the whole flight plan? I don't think so. I don't think so on this one. Let's have a look. I'm going to type in Victor Quebec Papa Romeo, and there you can see let's get the bigger page on that one. Right, okay, so we're going to be coming in from this direction here, Subsu, and we're going to have to be no less than 17,000, alright, at maximum speed 185, okay, and we're going to be snaking around here, okay, and let's get up, let's get the approach up, so we're looking at this one here. Right, so we're coming in from Subsu, and this is the PR. I can't zoom in anymore. That's the PR 888 we're looking at, and we're going to be coming around here, lowering our altitude as we go. 14,400, 136, 130. And coming around here, okay, but we'll look at that as we continue with our flights, and not just yet. Okay, so right, okay, so now sometimes actually it might be just easier referring to this. It might just be easier and more expedient as we prepare the aircraft. You can get all these down here, and we can't dispense with this just yet. Okay, right, so let's go back to this. So that's all done apart from PR88. We'll put that in and insert. Okay, good. And we're just going to check for any discontinuities. So we'll switch to plan. Okay, and we're just going to cycle through to make sure that the flight plan is actually all connected. Just do that quickly. Good. That looks all good. Excellent. So we'll put that back. And right, so that's that done. And RadNav, all right, we've got KTM, which is our Kathmandu VLR, so we can put that in. Okay, and we'll click that. Now I do know that we've got an NDB and a VLR at Paro, which can put the NDB in the ADF frequency there, and that's going to come up as multi NDB. Okay, and also PRO we're going to put there good. All right. Now the VOR is actually quite offset from the airport at Paro. Okay, so right. So and there's no secondary flight plan. Go back to init data and go to page B if you like. Okay, 0 fuel weight center of gravity, and we can put that there. And the block fuel. If you choose planning, it's giving you 2.9, which is not our block fuel. So we're going to put in 4.2 and correct that. And then once we do that, then all these fields will become populated, and you can see there route reserve, alternate. Sometimes it's not quite accurate. So you see, if you got here reserve is 1.1, and that's saying 0.1. Alternate is 649, it's saying 0.2. Okay, so you can actually adjust it. Anything blue there you can adjust. Okay, and 0.1 you can put there. All right, and extra, so 16 minutes to get to our alternate. Okay, so that is done. I want to go back to the MCDU menu and get our weather report. No, sorry. It's back to received messages. Okay, new as meta. There you go. Right, that's better. Okay, so the 13th, 12:50, 0608 knots, 6,006 kilometers. Visual, light rain. Really? A few clouds at 1,000, and oh, look at that. Cloud information 2,500. Keep a watch on that. Scattered at 3,000, broken at 10,000. Temperature 23, dew point 22. Okay, QNH 10113. Right, okay, and this is an important one. Is METAR for Paro. So we'll scroll up and see what that says. Because unless this is clear, we can't actually fly into Paro. So, right. Winds. Visibility is good. 8 kilometers. Scattered at 3,000, broken at 8,000. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm going to print that. Okay, that's cool. We'll leave that there. Alright, so that's that. It's going to be a Flaps 1 departure. Perth is the last one. So, Perth. And our CFG for our trims is 30. Okay. And flex to temp. I'm going to put 55. Now I know that there's calculations required for this, but reason for doing that is because we've got a 10,000 foot runway, which is more than enough, so we can reduce our engine output a little bit, and also it's not contaminated. There's no ice, there's no rain, so that's why I'm selecting that. And V1, VR, and V2. Okay, and transition altitude. Okay, so that is, so transition altitude is right there. Okay, 13,500. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to request IFR clearance to see what happens.
Bhutan Bravo Tango November 3710 IFR to Paro, ready to copy.
Interesting.
Bhutan Bravo Tango November 3710 is cleared to Paro Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 20 climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 124.7 squawk 0574.
Alright, so I'm actually going to cancel that IFR. Just take the instructions.
Bhutan Bravo Tango November Tree 710 clear to Paro Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 20, climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 124.7 squawk 0574.
Bhutan Bravo
Right,
Tango
okay.
November Tree 710 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.9er when ready to taxi.
Right, okay, so we got thrust reduction altitude, it's 5860. Right, good. Alright, so what we want to do now is just go through our flows now before we actually start our pushback. So let's go. Right, so starting off from here, crew supply, and this is okay. It's okay. ADA's a nav. Switch that on. Seatbelt signs. Strobe. These are all okay. Switch on the APU. Give it about 4 seconds before you press start. Okay, and we just check down here. So you got flap open. Okay, that normally opens before the APU starts. And that's building up. And right, so because we've got 138 passengers, we can actually put this to low. 141 is the change figure, if you like. Let me put that. Anything above 141, you can put it to normal. Okay, that's fine. We'll just take the temperature down a bit. Okay, that's fine. Voltage 28. Okay, what we're going to do now is just turn off the batteries and just check the electric page. Make sure the battery has gone off. Also, while we're here, should check the let's have a look. Hydraulics, that's good, and engine page for engine oil. Okay, we saw that the cabin oxygen was 1700, so that's good as well. Okay, right, APU is up and running. Electrics, let's go back, turn them both on, or batteries rather. And yeah, you can see that contactors have been closed and batteries connected. When it's charging, it will actually have a little arrow there on either one. Okay, good. Right, fuel pumps. Good. All the fire tests have been done. And all these are dark, so that's good. And cargo test and everything's done as well. We've got audio switch up here, which should be on norm. Right, so moving down to the lower pedestal, and we've got the anti-skid and nose wheel steering is up, and we've got all these down here are as they should be. Alright, throttle is on 0, idle rather, and all these are okay. We'll switch this on PWS, otherwise we'll get the warning on the status screen. Okay, and parking brake is on. Excellent. Now just check the status. Recall button, which doesn't work really, because you should be able to hold that down and press it for 4 seconds, but that's not working. Okay, we'll put that back on door page. Right, so now we want to just go on to the FCU, the EFIS rather. So that's on ARC, put constraints on our, oops, sorry, let's go down here. Our QNH is 1013. Okay. Got possible thunderstorms in the area. Doesn't look like it. Right, so 1013, and that's fine. We'll switch that to VOR so we can get the KTM VOR up, and 7,000, and we've got dash 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 dot 7,000 dot dash 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 dash. Okay, that's cool, and constraints there as well. Okay, so before pushback and start, so all doors are closed. APU master and start, that's on. APU bleed, put that on as well. External power is off, and seatbelt signs are on. Levers are on idle. Parking brake is set to on, and we've got no traffic cones or wheel chocks. Bar RF is set. Transponder, we'll put that to auto, and beacon, we'll put that on as well. Okay, good. That's before pushback and start. Right, so we're going to do engine start with pushback. So let's just get the tug. Right, I'm going to use pushback helper for this. I'll just find it a bit easier. So we're going to connect the tug. And release the parking brake. Checking doors once again, that's good. It's all closed, and so we can reverse now. Alright, checking the extent of our move backwards. We're all clear there at the back. Alright, so we're going to go for engine start, select ignition, and engine number 2 start. That's spooling up. Trying to get it on the centre line if at all possible. You can see it's a bit tricky. I think that's going to be it. Not quite as I want it, but there we are. So let's remotely put the parking brake on and disconnect the tug. Take some practice to get used to putting the aircraft bang on the line. Both rear wheels centered nicely. You can see here it's not as I wanted it, but you know, you can always connect the tug and, you know, bring it forward and get it lined up as you wish. Okay, so that's done. Our parking brake is set. Right, engine number one rather. Let's start that one. Wow, aircraft is well leaned, isn't it? When you change angle, you can see it a bit better. Okay, doesn't matter. At least we're not on the grass verge, that's the main thing. Right, so engine number one is spooling up nicely. Alright, that's good. Okay, so we got after engine start. Back to norm, select 4.1, ground spoilers, rudder, pitch trim, that's already done. Taxi light, and we can turn off the APUs. APU bleed and APU master switch as well. Just a quick word on our departure before we start taxiing. So basically we are going to be taking off runway 20. We're going to be climbing out around here. We've got a tight bend around here, and you can see there it says at the bottom, it says runway 20, climb straight ahead to KTM, turn right, remain within D4. That's that line we saw. When crossing KTM, radial 084, turn left, intercept KTM radial 105 to Igris, continue climb to MEA. Okay, so we going to be taking off and taking a sharp right, basically. Well, not too sharp, but we need to stay within this D4 parameter. Reason being is that you can see here in this box on the airport diagram, we've got paraglider zones. Right, that's why we need to keep within that. So here we are, taxiing straight out, more than likely on Foxtrot, and going to be holding point there at Alpha. Okay, good. And you can see our flight constraints. 7,500, 10,500. Okay, all good. So after engine start checklist, right, so engine's been running for about 15 seconds. Engine mode switch, where's that? That's null. APU bleed is off, APU master is off, ground spoilers are armed. Rudder trim is set to 0 degrees, pitch trim is set. Okay, we need to do our flight controls. So full forward, full aft, full right, aft, and right and left rudder. That's good. Flaps are set to 1. No need for engine anti-ice. ECAM status is checked, and ECAM door page. Just check that again. That's good. And the tug is out of the way, so let's just make sure he's not in front of us. Good, he's not in front of us. Alright, so taxi. Let's get our taxi clearance.
Crown Bhutan Bravo Tango November 3710 ready to taxi IFR.
Bhutan Bravo Tango, November 3710 taxi to and hold short of runway 20 via taxiway Golf 1. Contact tower on 118.5 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 20 via taxiway Golf 1 Bhutan Bravo Tango November 3710.
Alright, so parking brakes off. Let's go. I did actually click on that before. Alright, we've got it now. Auto brake to max. You can see a variety of airport vehicles there. You can download that from flightsim.to to spruce up your airport a bit. And the GA aircraft ramp on the left. Would be nice to have model matching for GA aircraft as well. As you can see there, you've got quite a few default aircraft. Okay, so parking brake on, and takeoff config. Good, that's on normal. Okay, so we want TCAS set. Okay, we've done these two. It's alright, and takeoff memo, no blues. Right, before takeoff, information to cabin crew. Takes the holding point, which we are. Brake temperature. Let's have a look. Wheels. Yeah, that's good. Brake fans, don't need it. Engine mode selector is norm. We've got the radars on. External lights, we'll set those. And anti-skid nozzle steering, that's all on. Right, okay, so let's just call for our takeoff. Chin Tower.
Tower Bhutan Bravo Tango November 3710 at runway 20 ready for departure IFR to Paro.
Bhutan Bravo Tango November 3710 altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2 wind 270 at 7. Cleared for takeoff runway 20.
Cleared for takeoff runway 20 Bhutan Bravo Tango November 3710.
Alright, so we've been cleared for takeoff. Let's do this, shall we? Okay, so the approach path is clear. I don't suppose they get many flights per day here at Kathmandu. Alright, so we got 131 on the FMA, climb blue, nav blue, 1 flight director 2, and 7,000 set. Okay, so takeoff, so chrono, we'll get that running, and let's go, shall we? 50%, engine stabilize. Okay, man, flex, SOS runway. 80 knots. Can you see that stairs on the side? Crazy. 100 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. And spoilers retracted.
710 contact Kathmandu Center on 124.7.
Going to 124.7 Bhutan Bravo Tango November Tree 710.
Now I noticed that when I took off, I didn't actually quite hit the flex. Flaps up.
Kathmandu Center Bhutan Bravo Tango November Tree 710 7,000 feet.
Bhutan Bravo Tango November Tree 710 Kathmandu Center altimeter 29.9 continuous climb. Bhutan Bravo Tango November Tree 710 climb and maintain 9,300 feet.
Okay, selecting autopilot and climbing to 9,300.
Climb and maintain 9,300 feet Bhutan Bravo Tango November Tree 710.
Wow, Kathmandu certainly is a very densely packed city. We can see the airport just down there, so you can see that how tight the turn is.
Bhutan Bravo Tango November Tree 710 climb and maintain 12,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 12,000 feet Bhutan Bravo Tango November Tree 710.
Right, so above 10,000 feet, let's turn off the lights. And off we go to Paro. It's quite a nice flight over there actually, short, just about 44 minutes in the air, so we'll be there very soon.
531 Kathmandu Center altimeter to 9.902 continuous planned.
Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel the IFR because nearer to the mountains of Paro, they start to give you some crazy instructions which I can't obey. So let's cancel IFR.
Kathmandu Center, Bhutan Bravo Tango November 3710 would like to cancel IFR.
Bhutan Bravo Tango November 3710 IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated.
Good.
Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Arabia 531, please acknowledge.
Right, that's good. So, good. We're on our own, and I can go. We can go straight up to flight level 330, and just follow our flight plan here. So yeah, we've met the constraints. That's good. I've had a couple of times where the flight plan has just disappeared, literally disappeared, and it's I'm not sure if they fixed it, but it was an issue in the fly-by-wire Airbus A320, so hopefully that's fixed, and also the Direct 2 as well. It would direct me to another part of the flight plan which I wasn't quite ready for yet, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's okay. You can see there all our airports, nearby airports, and Kim Tai there is coming up, and you can see our top of climb right there. Right, so after takeoff checklist. Okay, we've got the airport option selected. RadNav, let's have a look down there. Okay, so that's all selected, so flaps up, good, and retracted, and ground spoilers are down, gear is up, packs are on, Entice and TCAS, that's all on, and bar RF, let's check. Landing lights are off. And climbing up nicely to flight level 330. Did have a bit of a problem finding out where, as I pushed the lever, unlike in the CRJ, it actually tells you, well, you've got the option to tell you where the various detents are, but you may have noticed that I actually went past the flex for a little bit and then realised that and then corrected it by putting it back to flex. So on the throttle, the hottest throttle, which is what I've got, when you put it all the way back, it used to set the throttles at idle, and to go into the reverse mode, you would have to pull the throttles up and then pull it back. But now it's not like that, it's changed. Idle is literally as it is. It's like this. I can't say I'm a fan of it because it's very difficult to find. I say it's not that difficult, but I have to rely on the click sounds when I actually put it back. So now in the basically you're in the middle of the axes on the hot ass throttle axes arc. So yeah, changes. Keeping up with them. Right, so now let's just go back to our flypad, and we can actually see what this thing is. So ICAO code, so we're looking at and we're looking at our star. Okay, right, so as I said before, this is our star, and we want to be at anything above 17,000. Now I would actually just make it 17, alright, because we've got a lot of descents to do. 185 maximum, okay, so that is and let's have a look. Right, so let's go to the approach. Right, now we have to actually collapse the page to get back to this part here. So approach, RMP, right, so you've got one VOR and an NDB. Okay, I can see myself pretty much doing a visual approach on this one. Alright, so basically we'll be coming in from here, so 17, and working our way down to 14,400, 136, 130, all the way down. And you notice here that by the time we get to, I can't zoom in anymore, PR 712, we need to be at 11,800, that's mandatory. Maximum there is 145 knots. Okay, and this is our go around. Okay, we can be going around there and at 16,000. What does it say here? Let's have a look. Oops, let's just get this. Missed approach, climb to 16,000 on the RNAV RMP. Missed approach track to PR 777. At PR 777, hold. We'll start a new approach. Okay. RMP accuracy 0.30. So let's just go to the progress page and type in EQPR and put that in there. Position report update, come on. No? Alright. Estimated accuracy 0.7 nautical miles, so that's fine. Okay, maybe I should put it here actually. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Alright, checking our fuel. Looking good. Right, back to our fly pad and we'll have a look. Right, so we got that. And you can see our minimums here, number 2. So it says here, that's us, category C, 10740. I can tell you at that minimum altitude, which is around about here, you're gonna have to look closely for the runway. You might not see it from that angle. Depends on how I actually approach this. So yeah, refer to minimums there. We've got that 107. Okay, and we've got a 3-degree VPA. I can tell you it's going to be more than that. 3 degrees, about 320 nautical miles to lose from this point. Height, feet to lose every nautical mile. Okay, so it's going to be more than that. 743 on the glide path angle at speed 140. Now apparently with this approach in the real world, 2014 there was 8 pilots who were certified to actually fly the approach into Paro, and in 2019 they've trained up 15. So it takes about 8 to 10 years to actually train up a pilot, a captain, to do the approach. So at last count, it was 15 pilots worldwide who were certified to do this approach. Amazing, isn't it? Okay, right. So let's have a look at this. Right, 132 path. You notice there we've got A5 RIM, which is the official registration of one of the Bhutan Airlines fleet. Let's just raise the seat a bit. Right, what I want to check again, actually while I'm here, is the weather at Paro. So let's go to MCDU menu, so return in there, and Atsu and ALC menu, weather request. Now I want to try and get a TAF at a terminal aero forecast at Paro. So let's get that sent. Right, okay, I'm going to start looking at our descent now, so let's have a look. Actually, can release the seatbelt signs. Forgot about that. Right, let's look at the TAF. No, not available. Charming. Not available. So it looks like we're still see if we get an update on the METAR then. So weather request, send, see if we get an update on that one. And we're going to start our descent just before Bagdogra. Okay, and we're going to, oh, there is company message. So what does it say? Yeah, 310 at 10. 8,000 kilometers visibility, scattered at 3,000, broken at 8,000. Temperature 22, dew point 14, QNH 1017. Alright. Alright, so we're not too far away now actually, so if I just turn that off and turn the VOR on, you can see that we are 107 nautical miles away from the Paro VOR, and we'll just put the ADF as well. I'm not sure if the pressure page is working on this aircraft actually. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to turn the packs off and cabin pressure on manual. So let's see what happens. Packs are off. If it is working, then you're going to get a difference in these readouts here. Or you get the passengers complaining. Whichever of the first. No, it doesn't look like it's modelled yet. Alright, so we'll turn that back on. Alright, so what I'm going to do, when I get to PR12, we're going to basically go hands-free, not hands-free, autopilot free, turn off the autopilot, and by the time we get there we'll be fully configured. Right, let's have a look. Right, enter desk data, and I was expecting that. So let's go to perf and go to desk data, so VQPR, so we're looking at 10, can't see that, 1017, so 1017 for the QNH, and temperature is 22, and the winds are 310 at 10. So 310/10. Okay, and landing config is full, config 3, and our V approach is 125. Our transition altitude is 180, it's 18,000, so we'll put that in. Baro is 107 something. I still find this much easier to work with, though I don't like these menu things. Okay, so let's go 10740. I've actually seen some pilots looking at some Paro approach videos that don't actually put in the minimums. and they're literally flying a visual approach. There's nothing on the screen at all. Come on. 10740. Okay, so I'm going to start the descent now, so we'll select 17. According to the sim brief, it's after BGD, but we'll do it now. So click on this, so you push that knob in, and you can see that we've actually begun our descent. So you've got the attention getters here, the box around the FMA announcements. 79 nautical miles to Paro. So our descent, you can see we've got managed at 288. And we just need to bring our speed down as we lose more altitude to that 185. And basically it's fun and games from there, really, from the time we get to that PR888. Sweaty palms. So we've got a VS of 2.5, 2.4, and you've got flight level 170 set here, and we are at 24900 and descending quite nicely. So we've got our start coming up at Subsu. Now I wonder if there's an aircraft symbol that will appear on here. Interesting to see, wouldn't it? Star. What's happening there? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Let's have a look. Let's try and get this one. Nope. Alright, so it looks like it's not displaying the information. So let's see if I can go back. Let's see if it will do it now. Right, let's type in VPR star No, it seems like it's lost the information. Okay, so we got no choice. We got to go back. Right, so what I'm going to do is slow the aircraft down now to 185. We're just approaching our star now, so it's good to actually work early, get everything configured. So we'll put that back to 185 and then we'll pull the knob out. You notice the nose is going up because the aircraft is now trying to compensate for our request. Pull standard, so push standard and go to 1014. Let's check that. Actually it was 14, wasn't it? 17. It's a Barrow 17. Get it right, 17. It's one of the most important things on this aircraft. Okay, so what we can do at this stage, to assist it to slow down, we'll put a bit of speed brake. Right, do you notice what it's done? We were flying straight and now it's lost this part of the flight plan. So now it's going to turn itself back onto our flight plan. No, actually, it won't do that. You notice that our track is going that way. So what we need to do is go to our direct to, select PR888 and insert that. And now you can see the aircraft is correcting itself. That's one of the things I was telling you about. Right, so we're nicely descending to 17, nice and early. And now we're at green dot speed, so we'll select flaps 1. And we can take off these speed brakes all the way off. Right, we're at S speed, so we can select flaps 2. And still making our way down to our flight level 170. Right, we've got just 36 nautical miles to go to Paro. Doesn't seem like that, does it? But let's just tune the nearest airport and see if we can get Paro up. Get our clearance. There we are.
Paro Tower, Bhutan, Bravo, Tango, November 3710, 5 miles southwest, 17,000 feet to land.
Bhutan, Bravo, Tango, November 3710, Paro Tower. Altimeter 29.9, 21270 at 7. Enter left base, runway 33.
Enter left base runway 33, Bhutan, Bravo, Tango, November 3710.
Alright, runway 33. Well, that's what I was expecting. Good. Alright, so there we are. We're at 17,000 and we're at 185. We're on flaps 2. Where that's going, I don't know. Where that is going, I don't know. You see I had to take off the autopilot there, so let's go direct to PR88 and autopilot. I don't know why I clicked that approach phase. I didn't do it in the previous flight. I don't know why I've done it now, to be honest with you. So basically, once we get past this point here and we start to make our descent downwards, basically what we need to do is just drop the lot. Gears, flaps 3, flaps 4, spoilers, everything. No, not spoilers, not ground spoilers. We'll leave those. We're not going to be using that again. But remember, we'll have to bring our speed down to 145 by the time we get round to yeah, so we should actually start seeing ourselves appear on this. Actually, no, if I select that, we could see. Let's have a look. There we are. And we'll start to appear here at the side. Alright, so we'll select 14.4. Once we pass this point here. So PR 740. Oh, there we are. Okay, let's select that. And as we do that, we'll just bring our speed down to about, say, 150 in preparation to meet that 145 or below. Let's say 155. And we'll drop our landing gear. Mountains coming incredibly close, and then we'll select flaps 3 and flaps 4 and put our spoilers up. And basically just monitor our progress around here, really. Especially those altitudes. Keeping an eye on, once we hit 14.4, we're going to go down to about 131. We've got a bit of cloud there. Just 12 nautical miles to go. Look at that. Doesn't seem it. Okay, now bring our speed down to 140 and altitude 13. It's got here 136, so basically it's telling you, let's put that 136. Put that on perf and let's go. Right. 127, speed 127. Oops, oh, I hate when it does that. Right, so we're looking out for this 11,800, which I'm going to select right now, to be honest with you. Even if we get there a little bit earlier, it doesn't matter. And bring our our approach down to 129. There's only 6 nautical miles to go, so the thing to remember is that you're on a continuous slope, and you need to keep that speed down. This is much harder in the CRJ, as you have to control the power yourself, and you know the CRJ is a real slippery beast.
2,500.
Right, I'm going to turn off these two, so we don't get continually get terrain warnings. Right, you can see where we are now, 11,800 and PR12. We're going to knock out the autopilot at PR12, just around there. Aircraft's pitching up a little bit. Perhaps the speed was a little bit too low, too early. Okay, gonna get the speed back down now. To 129. So we're at autopilot is off, and now we've got the A320 Airbus in our own hands. Alright, we're going to try and maintain about 1,000 on the VSI here. All the way around, 1,000. And pretty much with this approach, it's all about knowing your route around these
100 above.
massive great rocks. You see minimums. I can't see the airport. That's why I wasn't going to set it.
2,500. 2,500.
Knock out the flight director. Right, so we got landing gear is down, auto brakes are set. What we want to try and do is see if we can hug this mountain here.
Bhutan Bravo Tango, November tree 710 wind 270 is 7. Cleared to land runway tree.
Clear to land runway tree Bhutan Bravo Tango November tree 710.
1,000.
Landing lights. Right, and stay on the right side of this stream as well.
1,000. 1,000.
About 1,000.
1,000. 1,000. 1,000.
Right, just at the right slope of this hill on the right hand side,
1,000.
I'm going to take my left. Trying to maintain that 1,000. Looks like we haven't got enough room, doesn't it?
400. 300. 200.
Right, so you see that stream there in front of you?
400.
We want to try and get online for the runway. Use that as like an extension of the runway. So we want to get parallel with that, basically. And there's the runway.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Bhutan Bravo Tango, November tree 710 turn into taxiway.
Alright, the auto brakes just touch the pedals to turn that off. It's brought us to a standstill. Welcome to Pyro, everyone. Hope you enjoy that. I did. No matter how many times I do it, I'm always like a bit, sweaty palms. Let's go this one.
Bhutan Bravo Tango,
Always sweaty
November
palms
tree,
with that one.
710 exit runway with Eagle. Bhutan Bravo Tango, November tree 710 contact ground on 120 decimal tree.
Right, so let's stop here and put the parking brake on. Something's telling me actually that I turned the wrong. I made an early turn-in. APU's on.
Bhutan Bravo Tango, November
Did you copy?
Transmission.
Yeah, sorry. I did. Let's respond then.
120.3 for Bujan Bravo Tango November Tree 710.
Right. Request taxi to parking.
Paro Ground Butan Bravo Tango November Tree 710. Request taxi to parking.
Bujan Bravo Tango, November 3710 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Butan Bravo Tango November Tree 710.
Right, let's see where we are. Okay, so we've got terminal here. I think I should have pulled in this one really and gone straight in. Okay, so right, okay, I'm not quite certain about that one in front of us. Is there anyone waiting for us over there? I'm not sure, you know. Right, no. I'm just going to go and get this thing parked up. Oops. This is what I'm saying about this this throttle. I just can't get used to it because it just goes right into reverse. Okay, let's just get this thing under control. Before anything happens. Right, it's not as straight as I want it, but I'm going to leave it there. Okay, so APUs, just checking that those are on. No, it's not on. Oh, I didn't press start, did I? Okay. Right, everything's off here. That's fine, that's fine. Just waiting for the APUs to spool up. Dare I look outside? Alright, just a bit off. Right, good. We got 100% on the APU. So let's just switch off the engines. Okay, so number 2 and number 1. Not sure why this is not going off. Right, it is now. Okay, so that is it. There's no services around here, so not quite sure why I'm opening up the doors, but anyway. Right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that, and wow, it certainly was a challenge for me anyway. This airport is a really, really fantastically looking airport. It really is. And this is stock scenery. Nothing added, nothing taken away. You can see it's even got pictures of most important people to the area and the nation. Very, very beautiful. Alright guys, so that's about it for the video. And perhaps next time we can try a different aircraft, maybe the CRJ 787 perhaps. See how I get on with that. But yeah, look forward to the next video. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe and also click that notification bell. And don't forget to like the video as well if you did enjoy it. I really would appreciate that. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you all again in the next video. Bye for now.